Hi guys and welcome to Drive Spark. I'm Promeet and the car that you see in front of me is the all new 3rd generation Skoda Kodiaq. Now this is going to launch very soon on the 17th, and let me quickly give you a tour of the car and let you know what all do you get with this vehicle. So if you see at the front end over here, the major changes are the headlight unit, the grille is different, and you also get lights that are embedded inside the grille. It's not a connecting bar, but yeah, it looks like a connecting bar. It looks pretty decent at night. If you see over here, the bumper is completely changed now. It gets a redesigned bumper with air duct at the front. You get a radar over there. That is your camera that works in sync with the radar for your ADAS features. And if you come to the side of the vehicle, you will notice that it gets these different wheels. Now this is an aero on top of the wheel, and if you see over here, this is a plastic that goes on top of the alloy, and obviously this makes it very aerodynamic, giving a little more fuel efficiency. Now if you see over here, this is the L&K version. You get an L&K version, but you also now get a Sportline version with the all new Kodiaq, and that is how the car looks like from the side. So if we talk about the rear profile, now this is how the car looks from the rear section. Again, you get new tail lights, but obviously this is not a connected tail light. It's just a part of the tail light that extends and connects both the tail light. It is not a reflector, it's not a connected tail light. You get the Skoda badging over there, Kodiaq badging over there, and this is the 4x4. So this will be an all-time 4x4. You get a high stop mount light, and if you see over here, it gets an electric tailgate. Now that is how the tailgate opens up, and that is with the 3rd row up. So it's a 7-seater, and obviously after the 3rd row up, you will get some space that is pretty decent for at least 2 to 3 cabin bags. If you really don't want it, these are adjustable headrests. You can just fold this down like this. It'll go down, and then it'll become a 5-seater or a 6-seater, depending on how much luggage you want to put over here. It gets boot lamps over here, and it also gets some lamps right over here. And this is an electric tailgate, so what you do is just press this button, and obviously it will close on its own. If you talk about the ground clearance of this gets around 155 mm of ground clearance, which is pretty decent. And let us quickly move on to the inside. So that is how the inside of the all new Kodiaq L&K looks like. The Sportline obviously gets a sportier seat with Alcantara finish, but this is all leather finished over here. So it gets massaging seats and ventilated seats. But if we see over here, you get memory functions. You get a 12 adjustable seat over here. And if you move on the inside, that is how the custom looks like. Let me just switch on the car for you. That's your virtual cockpit. It's a little display. You can see you have some more screens that are present over here. Well, I will just explain this to you, what this does. So that is your 12.9-inch floating cluster. That's again different. The center console is different now. You have storage space over here with 2 wireless chargers. You can move this armrest forward and backwards, and you also have this place where you can keep. Okay, so I think this is a very handy feature. This kept over here. Now this is to wipe down the screens completely. Look at the amount of dirt, and same goes for this. You can literally wipe down the screen, and yeah, this is not washable, but this is a very good feature by Skoda. You can place it over here. You have some storage space, as I mentioned. You can close this if you don't want. Again, you have a cubby hole right over here. That is your huge panoramic sunroof that you get with the car. Then you have 2 glove boxes, one in the one over here and one right over here. So steering wheel is a 2-spoke steering wheel. As you can see, you have L&K badging over here, then you have Skoda badging over here. You have your dials and your steering mounted controls that are very premium quality. But one thing that has moved from here is the gear lever. Now you get the gear lever that is right over here, you can see. So if you want to shift, you press the brake and you do this, it goes to D. S means the gearbox is in sport mode. You have neutral, and then you have reverse. If you put reverse, that is how the rear parking camera is. You get guidelines along with it, and that is the 360-degree camera. Again, very clear. So soft touch materials all over. Then you have Canton sound system right over here written. So again, it has a subwoofer and a very, very mesmerizing sound experience. You can see that the door pad is finished in multiple layers. You have ambient lighting, 64 different ambient lighting, and when you change the ambient lighting, the theme of these two also change according to what the ambient lighting has been set. Now you have 3-zone climate control. 2 are over here, and this button right over here, when you see the fan, if you press this, volume rocker, driving modes, air volume, and smart climate control. So let me tell you the drive profile. So you have modes like eco, normal, sport, then you have off-road, snow, and then individual. And you can switch this. Switchgear quality is also very premium. I don't think it looks fine. I think there should be a little more switches over here. Now this thing is to switch on and off the screen over here, but this is not a haptic touch button. It is a touch based button. Now let us move on to the rear section, and that is how the car door looks like. Again, soft touch materials all over here. One more interesting thing is when you open the door, you can see that this thing comes out. That is the guard to protect the door from banging against a wall or any other car, and once you close this, you can see it goes down very easily. So that is how you close it, and that is how the rear section looks like. Again, you get these shades, manual shades. You get UV cut glasses, but you get these shades as well. Again, very necessary because the climate has become very hot. Door pad looks like this, ambient lighting all over. That is your second row with 3 adjustable headrests. That is till where your panoramic sunroof goes. And yeah, that is your third zone climate control. So you can individually select whatever zone you want at the rear section. Now this seat is adjustable. It's manually adjustable. You can recline it as well. There you go. If you don't want it, you want it upright, you can do that. And if you want to go behind to the third row, obviously there is less space, but there are 2 seats that are folded down. And yeah, that is how you slide it ahead. You go inside and you put this up, and manually you can just slide this back. If you want to recline it again, you just have to pull this and recline it, or you can do it with this this strap right over here. Again, these are for your phone or your tab holders. You can also get an entertainment package right over here. So yeah, that is how the rear section looks like, and I showed you the third seat in this car. So that's black, this is grey, and let me tell you what is under the hood right over here. So the hood opens automatically thanks to the hydraulic struts. Now this is a petrol engine. It's a 2-liter TSI petrol engine. Now the engine is the same, but the tune has become slightly different. It has got a little more power. How much power? It now delivers around 201 bhp of power, 320 Nm of peak torque, and it's made to a 7-speed DSG gearbox that sends power to all the 4 wheels because it's an all-time 4x4. So yeah, we have done another video, a drive video, so you can go check that out as well. So the car is fantastic. Gearbox is nice, engine is very nice. Gearbox is absolutely meant for comfort, especially in the L&K version. So yeah guys, this was the Skoda Kodiaq, the 4x4, and it'll be launching soon. If we talk about pricing about the L&K, we can expect it to be somewhere between around 40 to 45 lakhs, and for the Sportline variant, we can expect it to be somewhere between 38 to 40 lakh rupees. Again, 7 color options, 1 engine option, that's a petrol 2-liter TSI engine, delivering 201 bhp, 320 Nm, 7-speed DSG gearbox, and yeah, that is how the car looks like. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If this video is informative and you need to know anything else about these cars, let us know in the comment section and we will get back to you on that. Until then, I'm Promit signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe, and drive safe.